Yeah, hi. Brennan, Nanu, uh, something like that. Anyways, okay, so I'm working on my sociology, and so it's been like I've been doing this study on nominal. It's originally normative, and I came up with the term non-normative, and well, it's actually a net. This is the policy synopsis, if you will. Um, is advocating non-normative or actually nominal and normative. So your name, normative youth transplant. Okay, so nominal meaning like the name. What's in a name? So you can look at like a lot of domestic terrorism. Uh, um, Fort Hood, VTech, these guys. They grew up on the East Coast, first generation, and their names are not Christian. They're nominally by name. There's so that's like an identification of you know name. So yeah. Okay. So nominal. uh, okay. So anyways. All right. So like a strong society results in youth empowered by geographic exchange of nominative and normative, nominal and normative identification. You could say classification. I don't know if classification is really it, but so secondary norms as a secondary statistic. So these are like these tiny little percentages that are the denominator, if you will, and the society is unbalanced by them. And let me shout here. They're unbalanced because you have this these historically, geographically impossible case studies who are just desperately out of place, and they can't see it. No one can see it. It's sort of very taboo. Um, and there's yeah, I was just watching the C-SPAN thing on the right conservative bloggers C-SPAN out of Minneapolis, and it turns out they got a couple of guys Reiter, Arbeit or something. I don't know. Uh, they're from California. These conservatives who grew up in California seem gay, and now that's Ronald Reagan, Pete Wilson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all governors of California. All none of them grew up in California. None of them are remotely gay. So this is like this is this evil sort of reality that is it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's Christian. So we can Reagan Christian, and now on the East Coast, so Fort Hood, VTech, these guys have non-Christian names. They're first generation directly from Asia. So you have um, first generation is really part of the quantification. And so I want to try to be clear because I know a lot of people would talk like they're connecting the stars in the sky. You're like, yeah, right. That's a whatever an Orion or it makes no sense unless if you're very clear. So let me clear. The denominator is just gonna it, it's hell. It's hell. So you have these terrorism, says um, acts of, of a statistical nature, and by the nominal and normative and historic and geographic, geohistoric reality. Youth who are just really screwed, and um, they're gonna speak up like dictators will step down. It's the same sort of philosophy. It's sort of like flapping in the wind. And if you grab if you just it has to be like the hand of God, if you will, has to do this. Otherwise, terrorism, whether it's direct, as in like the Fort Hood VTech types, or anyone on the East Coast of a Muslim name who grew up there, you got to be very clear. Ronald Reagan, left-handed governor of California, did not grow up in anywhere near West America. It's pretty much not possible statistically. Um, So okay, we're already at 5 minutes. So yeah, uh, and then there's healthcare. It's a preventative thing. Drug addiction, um, look at the Kurt Cobain and Jimi Hendrix. Both grew up on the West Coast, and both are left-handed. Very very blunt, extremely clearly left-handed, and not Christian name. I mean, very Christian names. And these people have big-time drug problems. Um, and they were also hanging out with the wrong people, not just drugs, but um, just it's really highly quantified, and therefore it becomes highly sensitive. But well, thanks a lot, guys. I'll try to get some more crazy stuff. I had some coffee poisoning. You see my eyes look a little red. Uh, Hopefully it's not. This was like 4 days ago, but uh, so yeah, I'm floundering out here on the West Coast, and I don't know how to get away. I've traveled all around the world, but I have like problems like with my health that you could never see. You could never. I don't have AIDS. I'm not gay or anything like that. No, nothing like that. But I've learned Spanish in Guatemala, and who wants to connect the dots? You might as well be a shooting star, and it's, um, so anyways, it's geomath, and I just want to introduce that nominal part of ANNYT, advocating ANNYT, advocating nominal and normative, nominal and or normative secondary norms as geostatistics, geohistoric statistics that are going to really, they're the denominator. They are dividing West America, and if we solve these, we really, we don't have to get angry because I mean, come on. I mean, I was watching, the Shakespeare, and I know you have to like, prove people that you're serious, that you're gonna, behave and yet manage. Uh, that's nutty, and that's all people expect. Trial by ordeal. Can you smoke the peace pipe or something like that? And that's what's happening. If you don't have a system to quietly identify in one point, and then to have this grabber that basically exchanges these people, not exactly direct exchange, maybe a three-way exchange, Europe, Asia, and then East America and West America. They are the balancers, and in between there is a mountain range that keeps them unbalanced. So we have no shipping lanes. Anyway, I'm just thank you. Okay, I don't know why I'm mumbling, but yeah, absolutely.